Good morning, everybody. So this is the start of week 3, and I see a lot of you guys are making progress. You guys are at various stages, and you guys are being really, really helpful with each other, and I really appreciate that because I don't have the same kind of access that you guys do. So I need you guys to collaborate and work with each other, and you guys are doing an awesome job on that, and I really, really appreciate it. It makes it easier for me to help you, and it also helps yourself in regards to building up your confidence and your soft skills and working with other people. And those are really vital in the industry because anybody in the tech or computer science field, they tend to be by nature introverts. I'm an introvert. And sometimes those soft skills of working with other people, helping other people, guiding other people, that can be really hard. And you guys are doing that. You guys are seeking out help. You're not being bashful about it, which is great. And others are providing help and assistance, which is great. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing. You guys are doing great. Everybody's got their own pace, everybody's got their own background. So, don't worry if you're, a little further behind than somebody else because you don't know what that other person's background is. They may have more experience with it. So you guys are all doing great, and I'm glad that you guys are making as much progress, and you're continuing with that. So a couple of things, there were 2 things that I want to kind of go over. I'm looking at my notes. The first thing is a resume writing webinar. So a lot of you guys are in this program because you're wanting to, get a job or find a better job. And part of that process is writing an effective resume. And you may think that you already know how to write a resume, and it's like, whatever, I can get one. Not a big deal. Trust me, okay? There's a lot more to it than what you may originally think. You can't just always do a template and let it be done. I remember whenever I graduated grad school, and they kept the school that I was graduating from, they kept offering professional resume writing services. I'm like, nah, it's fine. I got a resume, works. I got a job, whatever. My resume helped me get my job. And so, but they kept hounding me on it. It was a free service. It's like, fine, I'll give you my resume. You do whatever it is. And I was really surprised about how well they did. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something to this. So that's my personal story on resume writing and why ever since then I've had such an interest in it, and also helping with my students because it is a skill. It is a skill. It's not as easy as you may originally think. It's just writing down your experiences and your education, whatever. There's more to it than that. You got to look for keywords. You got to think about human resources, what they're looking for. You got to think about application tracking systems and how they're using it. And there's so many different things to think of in regards to resume writing. So there's actually a webinar that's going to be hosted by Tech Talent South, and I'm going to send you the link. The links are going to be in. I'm going to send you the link in the email, and I'm also going to put the link down in the comments of this video on YouTube. So I recommend it's on. Let's see, tomorrow. June 16th. Yep. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's a webinar, so it's online. I really recommend, checking it out. I'm going to attend it. Resume writing is something that I kind of have a curiosity. I'm always trying to improve my skills. One of my longer term goals is to be a professional resume writer or a certified resume writer. I forgot the terminology, but you get the idea. To be better at it. So that's one thing. And the other thing I was wanting to talk about was the due dates. So last week we already went over the due dates that we have, just to provide some structure, because this is a flexible course and a flexible timeline. It's important to have some structure so you're accomplishing it and getting it done. But the due dates themselves within Coursera are flexible. So I want to pause this. I should have had this up earlier, but I want to pause this while I pull up my Coursera course. Hold on just one second. Okay, I'm back. So I have my Coursera course. Something keeps dinging me. I have my Coursera course. And as you can see, I am really bad about this. This is, okay, it's kind of like, I hate saying this, but do as I say, don't do as I do. My dad used to say that to me all the time, and it irritated the snot out of me because I tried to adopt more of a mentality, practice what I preach, and not doing that here. So, but what I'm getting at is the fact that due dates. So some of you guys had some concerns on the due dates, like the deadlines. And the deadlines that Coursera puts in there is the same reason that I gave you the structure in that other document that we went over last week, to give you some structure. So this is my Coursera for Python. I'm horrible at it because I just keep getting sidetracked, and I've been doing a lot more stuff with AWS lately. But I'm hoping, I just did a presentation at a conference last week. Now that's done. I'm hoping to be able to devote more time to this. Okay, so due dates on Coursera. So this is, again, the Coursera course that I'm taking. So I don't mess with the time zone. I ignore that. I'm okay with it being in LA time. I don't really care. So if you guys see due dates, with Coursera, don't get overwhelmed by it. Don't let it give you a lot of anxiety, because like mine right here, it says, don't let the great things you learn fade away. Reset your deadlines, complete your assignments every week. Okay, so all you got to do is, because I'm sure my deadlines have passed, because it's been a couple weeks since I've been in it, if not longer. So all you got to do, reset my deadlines. I've done this, I can't tell you how many times. Now, I'm not saying this is good. I just, like I said earlier, I have other things, going on, AWS and all this stuff. So I'm not saying that you should do this, get in the habit of do this, but if you see due dates, something due at, 3 a.m. or whatever, don't worry about that. Just reset it, and it'll be fine. Now, again, you don't want to get too much of a habit of it if, things happen and, all of that stuff. I get that. And I just showed you an example of how I'm really bad about that. But yeah, so don't fret about it. Don't fret about the due dates. You can just reset them. The structure that we provided, went over last week, was to give you some structure. And that's what Coursera is doing as well. It's giving you some structure. But things happen and you get overwhelmed, you get stuck on a problem, which is another thing I want to talk about. So I started this video talking about how I appreciate you guys working with each other. Sometimes it being an online platform and just it's quirky. Sometimes technology is stupid and they want you to do something in their particular way. And that's just kind of how things are going to be outside the course online as well. When you get into the actual computer, you have to have those problem solving skills, and you don't know why something's not working. And then it works, and then you're not sure why. And you just kind of back up and say, okay, it's working, done. And you learn something from that experience. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is when it comes to coding. It's the way it is when it comes to dealing more with IT. Nothing is 100% always understandable. You don't know why something's working the way it is. It's just like when you get it to work, just be done with it and walk away and remember that for next time. Okay, so I think that addresses everything that I've seen over the past few weeks, or this past week, or since last Wednesday, at least. If you have any questions, please let me know. I appreciate you guys helping each other. Don't fret about the due dates, and sign up for this. I think it'll be good for everybody. So I hope everybody has a fabulous week and fabulous Monday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.